guys, and welcome back to my Black Moon Lilith series. Yes, in today's video we are going to be discussing Lilith within the sign of Leo. Yes, it is Leo season, so happy birthday to all of you solar Leos out there, and happy new moon. Happy solar eclipse new moon in the sign of Leo. But this video, of course, is specifically for those of you who do have your Black Moon Lilith within the sign of Leo. Alright, so before we do get started, if you don't know what Lilith is within astrology, then please be sure to watch my introduction video to Lilith. Also, if you don't know which sign your Lilith is in, then I've inserted a Black Moon Lilith calculator in the description box as well. Okay, so I had to take that hoodie off because it was just far too warm to be wearing it. It is summertime and it's even kind of warm in Belfast even though the sun isn't out. This is Black Moon Lilith, who is said to be the mother of Adam and at the same time his lover. But she refused to be his servant. So Black Moon Lilith, she stands for an independent woman, behaving in a very masculine way. What Black Moon Lilith wants, she gets. She is ruthless and wants everything her way. So Lilith is going into the sign of Leo, a sign represented with the ego in astrology. And in this way, Lilith can bring out the very worst of the Leo archetype, such as supremacy and sheer power. This overly flamboyant attitude that says, look at me and only me. She wants to dominate and come out on top at all times. And just as Lilith did not want to submit to Adam, her going into Leo only adds more fixed fire to this attitude. She becomes the most boastful, attention-seeking, and selfish version of herself when in the sign of Leo. Therefore, if you have Lilith within the sign of Leo, you might be the type of person who refuses to let the spotlight go on to anybody else. Now, I would say that you're like Simba from The Lion King when he's singing I Can't Wait to Be King, and as he does go to say the lines, every way you look, I'm standing in spotlight, then Zazu says right after, not yet. No. This example is much too tame for Lilith. Instead, think of it more along the lines of Anastasia. As Anastasia makes her way to Paris, Rasputin does everything in his power to stop her because he does not want her obtaining the throne. This is because Lilith within the sign of Leo does not want anybody else to have the throne. It even becomes this obsession where you strongly feel like you're entitled to it. But oh no, there is no work involved. There is no effort. There is nothing needed on your part in order to get there. Because you have all common folk doing it all for you. And so what you do is you try to subordinate others to your will. You might be dating someone, for example, and everything has to be your way. Your partner might even do really nice things for you. But instead of showing appreciation for these nice things, it becomes an expectation. I mean, it is you, isn't it? So of course, right? Of course others must fall at your feet. You might turn into this needy child, but rather than it being cute, it just becomes damn right unpleasantly overpowering to the point of insanity. This is because Lilith is never satisfied. She always wants attention. She always wants to experience extravagant things, even if you don't have the money or measures or means in order to do so. And she always wants pleasure. In fact, pleasure just might be an undying need for Lilith going into the sign of Leo. And you know, it's quite interesting because Lilith in Taurus, they can be quite the hedonists, where they're also obsessed with pleasure. But Lilith in Leo can be a hedonist just as much. And I put this down to how the ego is just this bottomless pit and it wants more and more and more. And so what Lilith wants is to always feel special due to the amount of external desires that she craves and receives. Therefore, if you have this placement, you might become obsessed with the likes of sex, obsessed with gaining money, obsessed with material items that you can show off to others, obsessed with fine wines, obsessed with eating out all the time. Just some examples. And this is because all of these things make you believe that you're living the high life. You know that saying, living my best life, living my best life? Yeah, that could be suggested here. But you know what? Lilith does not care about how sex can lead to potential unwanted STIs or unwanted pregnancies. She doesn't care if you feel the urge to gamble all your money away because she wants to earn double the money, right? She doesn't care about alcoholism. She doesn't care about obesity. No, she doesn't care about any of these potential risks. All she wants is for you to live your best life, right? And in the process, there is not a single care in the world about how others are affected. And with that, you're not going to listen to other people's opinions. No, no, no. Lilith does not want you listening to other people's opinions. I don't care. This is for me. Anyway, it's all for me. And this can come with a smugness. And if anybody disagrees with your actions, you might cut them down to size and remain extremely stubborn and tell them to mind their own business. And with that, you know what? When it comes to how you express your sexuality, if you have Lilith within the sign of Leo, you might be completely fine with undressing in public or having sex in public places. Your sex appeal is going to be off the charts. You're gonna be fearless and courageous as you strut your stuff so vigorously. Though, with this strong sexual prowess, you might have the tendency of luring other people in, alright, into your domain, simply for your own pleasure, for your sexual needs to be met and satisfied. And once they are, to hell with the person. Goodbye. Go. Another thing with Lilith being in the sign of Leo is that you might ruthlessly impose on one, other people's business, and two, impose on others your own ideas of what you think is best for them. Kind of funny how you don't want other people coming in on your business or telling you how to live your life, but you're gonna just go and do it. Tell them. You might have the tendency of even taking credit for something that you didn't even do. All you see is the recognition and fame and opportunity that comes with this thing, and so you want to grab it. You want to grab it and say that it's yours. See, Leo is the sign of creativity, but because Lilith is in Leo, she is taking all of this creativity and she is running wild with it, where she could not care less about who created what. She just wants it all for herself because she wants to be validated for everything that she does. You just might set your eyes on that thing that will make you look good, and you're willing to push anybody off that runway in order to get it. And when it comes to you imposing, by the way, on other people with your ideas, as I was saying, well, this is because you view your own experiences as valid, and so there must be no other way. Therefore, others must shut up and listen. Listen to your queen. Listen to your king. I know what's best. Oh, and when it comes to drama, oh my days, you are going to be obsessed with drama. It's like the moment someone walks into the room, there's just like couple words, and then boom, you're straight in with how you feel and about this thing that happened, and oh my gosh, that person's a terrible person, and oh, can you believe it? You become this needy diva who just soaks up all the attention because, oh, it's so dramatic, I can't believe I experienced that, oh my. Seriously, Lilith here is like, give me the credit, give me the appreciation, give me compliments, give me every possible form of specialness that fills my ego. Indeed, you can never liberate yourself in a true sense of your powerful ego. And in this way, you might find yourself so caught up in the form of cosmic energy that you abuse it, just so you can gain power and fame. Therefore, Lilith and Leo, if you have Lilith within the sign of Leo, it would be within your best interest to learn how to set limits for yourself. This whole craving of praise and worship, I bet it can be exhausting, even to the point potentially where you almost lose your identity as you wear all of these masks and play all of these roles that are really not peculiar to you. And this is just it because, like I said, Leo is a sign connected with drama. It's connected with theater. And so for Leo, there is a on with the show attitude. But my question is, what happens when the curtains are closed? You know, it's funny because I remember a woman telling me a while back about how life itself is a stage, and so to get out there and really perform. And the reason why she said this to me is because I was thinking of taking on singing lessons or getting into drama at the time. But yeah, she informed me that life itself is a stage. In fact, it was William Shakespeare who wrote the speech, "All the world's a stage." And within that speech it read, "And all the men and women merely players, they have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts." But I also do recall watching a movie called A Waking Life. I highly recommend this movie, guys. Honestly, watch it if you're into dreams, if you're into questioning reality, what does all this mean anyway, give it a watch. But there is a scene in that movie and it goes like this. I'm just gonna use a picture of me and my sister, you know, as a prop, because there's a picture of a baby, and this is me, by the way. That's me as a baby. Showed it before. Oh, that's better. Well, he's talking about, like, say, a baby picture. So you pick up this picture, this two-dimensional image, and you say, that's me. Well, to connect this baby in this weird little image with yourself living and breathing in the present, you have to make up a story like, this was me when I was a year old, and then later I had long hair, and then we moved to Riverdale, and now here I am. So it takes a story that's actually a fiction to make you and the baby in the picture identical, to create your identity. And the funny thing is our cells are completely regenerated every 7 years. We've already become completely different people several times over, and yet we always remain quintessentially ourselves. So that was basically the scene, just so you know that the scene's over. That was the scene in the movie. So with this, guys, sure, yeah, we might play these parts in life, but yet we still remain who we are. Therefore, Lilith and Leo, just as Mufasa said to Simba, remember who you are. Simba or Simba? Don't allow yourself to be caught up in the fame, and don't expect anything from anyone, and always show appreciation to those who believe in you. And whilst I understand that we are constantly picking up ideas from others and being inspired by others, it's also important for us to remain true to ourselves rather than turning into clones. Now, whilst I know we can all be this way, there are still traits that don't look overly good on us, especially for too long. And if others are perhaps getting involved in something that you're not fond of, then that's okay. You don't have to get involved in certain situations or be around certain people who don't make you feel comfortable. But yet, you also don't need to try and dominate all the time. And so with this, right, you are learning to overcome these strong personal desires to always be the center of attention, where you have to be the leader at all costs. Plus, the need to enforce your own will is very well pronounced if you have this placement, like I said. And you know, this can lead to you becoming rather tactless and incapable of working in a team. Therefore, you're also learning to put your pride to the side and instead allow your heart to become open to others. In fact, you might have the tendency of leaving a relationship, whether that be romantically or platonically, just because the relationship required some sort of adjustment. So again, Lilith and Leo, this "there's got to be more to life" attitude can create this atmosphere that doesn't see other human beings who share this planet or walk this earth with you. And with that I say, Lilith and Leo, don't forget about the rest of the pride, as in your actual physical pride, meaning those you love and hold dear to your heart. Leo is connected with children, and so it's really important for you to embrace your children if you have any. Now, perhaps whilst you were growing up, you might have been mocked by other children, but as you do grow, you learn to create harmonious relationships with children. You can teach them. Now, this doesn't have to necessarily be your own children, but you can just have this radiance about you that appreciates them. Overall, Lilith and Leo, you are learning to help people without expecting gratitude in return. To purify the love that you have and express it creatively as you enlighten others with your message. Not to seek power or glory, but to spread joy and happiness. Okay guys, so that concludes my video on Lilith within the sign of Leo. I have to say there that that was the most fun Lilith video I've recorded throughout this entire series, and I've done from Scorpio to Lilith, or Leo. I think it's because I love talking about Leo energy, because it's a lot of fun, there's a lot of play involved, there's a lot of drama in it, and I guess I do have a 5th house stellium, so I connect really well with the energy. So yeah, Lilith and Leo. Guys, on that note, we only have 2 left in the Lilith series. Yes, we have Virgo and Libra. They're the final signs to go in this series. Cannot believe it. Another year? Another year? Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And of course, if you'd like to see more videos from myself, then go right ahead and click the subscribe button. And I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!